What's up, guys? This is Higgins from Legal Automations. I'm on a quest to try out every filament in every color. Today we're taking a look at Polymaker's Panchroma series in PLA and Celestial Green. So one of the things that Polymaker does is that they have this Panchroma series. It has the color that we're looking at, Celestial Green, has this pearlescence or glittery kind of additive to the PLA. We're going to show you that here in a sec. One of the things I do love about Polymaker is that they tend to use the cardboard spools. They do make a reusable spool. I haven't seen one yet with that, but one of the things that I do like is the cardboard spool because it just saves space and you can recycle it. These ones come in the plastic resealable bags. Those resealable bags are great if you don't have a good storage system. It's just something to kind of, especially if you're just starting out in the hobby. We're going to get this open, and while it's not strictly necessary to dry PLA, it is always good practice to kind of consider doing so, just in case there is any moisture from the factory, but I haven't had any issues with Polymaker. So this is the color. We're going to get this dried for at least 6 hours, and so I will see you soon. So as you know, here at Legal Automations, anytime we're working with a new filament, we go ahead and get started with a actual benchy. One of the things that this is in the generic setting. So one of the things that we like to do is get everything all, together. This is the same color in Bamboo Studios, as you will see, except obviously without the pearlescence. We get sliced up and should take a little under an hour. So I'm going to get the test printed and I'll show you the results. So I typically don't work with PLA, but it's always good to kind of go back to it. I usually use PETG or other more advanced filaments. But as you know, we started out with the benchy, and it turned out okay in the settings, as you'll see here in a second. There it is. So it has a little bit of stringing there at the bottom. Some of the texture is not particularly great. I know the camera doesn't really do it justice, but there is like that sparkle, glittery kind of texture inside the actual filament. You'll probably see it on some of the thinner prints, but yeah, some texture issues there on the smokestack. We're going to see if we can fix those. So next up, we printed the dimensional cube, and here you can really tell that there is that gradient and sparkle, just because of how thin the box itself is. This particularly works well. There no real major issues there. Next up, we did temperature tower. Now for PLAs, they have a slightly wider range. That's why the temp tower is considerably larger of like what temperature you can print at. For this one, we ended up going with 205, had the best looking one, I believe. Very less stringing than some of the other ones, so just keep that in mind. Next up, we did the retraction tower, and on the retraction tower, there really wasn't too major stringing. There was, I think, a little bit, if I recall correctly, but nothing super major that will get rectified. Next up was the max volumetric speed, and so on this one you're going to see a little bit of deformation down at the curves there. We ended up printing it at a we ended up correcting for that and printing it at max volumetric speed of 20 millimeters cubed. So it's just something to kind of be on the lookout for that. We got the settings dial. Oh, sorry, this is the overhang test. The overhang test ended up looking well. Some loss of detail, so just be kind of aware of that as you're doing some larger, more overhangs. This is something that we kind of should be able to rectify either with supports or with, just dialing in our settings a little bit better. Anyway, this is what we got for dialed in. The benchy ended up looking well. No real major issues, maybe a little bit still on the texture stuff, but that could be set aside from the actual filament. So as of, so no real major issues beyond that. So as of filming, this is 19 bucks and uh, some cents. $19.65. Overall, it's pretty good if you're looking for this type of filament in this particular color. Again, PLA is relatively considered a starter filament. I personally love the color of this. I think that's a great color. The sparkle aspect shows up better in person than it does, obviously, on my camera. So, overall, if this is something you're looking for, I say go for it. It's 20 bucks a spool. It's nothing too major. Anyway, if you like this type of content, I'm doing reviews on pretty much every filament in every color, trying to document this for the community. I would appreciate a like, comment, subscribe, all the nice YouTube things. This is Higgins for Legal Automations, and I will hopefully see you next time. Thanks.